Time for a little honesty. Tell me, have you ever lost weight only to regain that same weight back? And then you lose it again, congratulations, but life happens and you regain it back. And every time this whole lose and gain cycle happens, it gets a little bit harder than the last time to lose the weight that you just gained back. Well, fear not, your frustration is coming to an end, because today on this video, I'm gonna explain why that happens. And I'm also gonna hook you up with the exact strategy to cut the cycle of yo-yo dieting for good without starvation, without feeling miserable, and without hating your life. And you're really gonna wanna stick around past the halfway point, because what I'm gonna hook you up with is the exact mindset shift that has helped every client I have worked with break out of this exact scenario. So comment and be honest with me. How many times have you lost weight only to regain it again? I'm gonna help you out, so let's talk about it. What's up, YouTube? My name is Coach Achidi, and for nearly 18 years, I have helped people through this exact scenario. But it's not just something that happens to the people I happen to work with. It's happened to friends, loved ones. Hell, I've even seen it happen to other trainers within the fitness industry. So this is super common, and I want to let you know that it's really not even a laziness issue. We're not even going to talk about that. Real issue is people are simply trying to sprint as fast as possible through something that is meant to be slow and steady, much like a marathon. So if this sounds like a familiar thing where you've followed a plan, had a big loss only to rebound again, I'm here to let you know you're not alone. You don't need to beat yourself up. You just need a better plan. So again, if this is something that has happened to you, drop a me too down in the comments and get ready to get some help. The first reason that you are losing and regaining and losing and regaining is simply because you're trying to do way too damn much with too much intensity. You think that you need to do the hardest and most intense plan perfectly, and that's the only way to succeed. And yeah, you follow your new diet. You're hitting the gym 6 times a week. You cut out alcohol, you cut out carbs, you cut out fun. You're doing it all for about a week or two. Then you get busy, you get hungry, you get tired, you get bored, you get out of your routine, and you start putting the weight back on. All because you thought you had to do it the hard way. Instead of doing that crazy insanity-based routine of trying to be the most intense, do it more rational, do it more reasonable, do it consistently, because consistency beats perfection, because nobody can be perfect, and consistency will most certainly beat trying to do it the most intense way possible. Nobody can be perfect for long enough to see results that stick around, but we all can be consistent long enough to make results happen and to keep those results going. Let me know, what is the hardest part about being consistent for you? Is it sticking to a diet? Is it your time management? Is it your motivation? Is it some combination? Put it down in the comments so I can help you succeed. But I want to let you know that even with the right plan at the right intensity, you can still be making a few crucial errors when it comes to the way that you approach your eating. So let's talk about those. The second reason that the weight comes back is you're simply treating food like it is a punishment or a reward rather than being fuel. Hear me out. You start your diet, so you are cutting out everything you love. I mean, everything. You white knuckle it, you're being so strict. But then once the diet is over, you do a 180 and you are eating and drinking everything under the sun like the calories no longer matter. That is not at all being disciplined. That is being deprived, and that is acting insane. You don't need to cut out every bad thing. That is not realistic. That's not what I do, and that's not what I advocate anybody does. What you need to do is have a system of eating healthy so you can do it on your good days and your bad days. The days where you have the energy or you're tired, where you're stressed or you're overly happy and celebrating. You need to have something that is balanced and sustainable. So let me know, what do you believe is one healthy habit you can start with and do for the long term? It could be walking every day. It could be drinking water. But what is that healthy habit you could attach yourself to and make it as easy as possible? Put it down in the comments. I want to hear where your head is at on this one. Let me ask you how accurate this sounds for you. And be honest, when you step on the scale and you see that number go down even just a little bit, you feel like a winner. You feel like you can't be stopped. You are on it. But then the next time you step on that scale, you see it go up just a little bit. And now, oh, you're crushed. You can't believe you could mess this up so much. You're beating yourself up. And that is not how it should be. This is the worst way to go about it because you're chasing validation. And validation is not a reliable thing to attach yourself to. Instead, you should attach yourself to the habits that will lead to the goals you want, and they are habits that are sustainable for the long term. When you shift from focusing on the validation that the scale does or does not give you to the actual habits that you have control over, you will see progress every week beyond the scale. You will feel better, you will look better, and you will, of course, weigh less. So shift your mindset from validation to mastering the basic habits. And if you're still watching my video right now, congratulations. You're doing better than like 80% of people that start watching my video. And because of that, I'm gonna lay out the specific blueprint that you need to follow so you can break free from the cycle of losing and regaining the same weight over and over again. So let's talk about what it takes to finally break out of the cycle of losing and regaining the same weight. It starts up here. This is what I was talking about at the beginning. This step of shifting your mindset from approaching weight loss as a project to approaching weight loss as a process. This is because a project has a start and a finish date, and then that's it. A process is something you start and you adjust and you refine and you keep doing it because that is what makes you consistent and that is what makes you change your lifestyle so you are no longer having this cycle of losing and regaining weight. You need to take the time to make the process of getting active by walking every single day something you are good at. 8,000 steps at minimum. Getting 10,000 or more steps keeps you active. So let's aim for getting where we're currently at, closer to 8,000 and then above that. Second thing you need to do is we need to start adjusting our eating so we are getting at least a palm-sized serving of protein, about that big, about that thick, with every one of our meals, and then make the other half of our plate a high-fiber food or combination of fruits, vegetables, beans, and whole grains. When you have half your plate being high-fiber foods and you have your palm-sized serving of protein, that's going to help you eat in a balanced way that fuels you up and controls your hunger. The third thing you got to do, you got to strength train. You can start with your body weight and then start using some kind of resistance like dumbbells, cables, or barbells. And when you build muscle, you'll speed your metabolism up, you'll lose inches, so that will again help you break out of this cycle. You only got to do it at least twice a week. The sweet spot is 3 times a week. And most of us that have made this a real lifestyle like myself, we work out in the gym about 4 times a week. It's not every day. It's just enough to build and maintain your muscle. And you also, most importantly, this is the fourth one that many people skip on. You got to get your sleep. Stick to a sleep schedule. Try to get between 6 to 8 hours of quality rest every single night. You do these 4 things and you master them for at least 3 months. But if you give yourself 6 months, you're going to be a completely different person. So comment below which of these steps is easiest for you to start with and which one do you find yourself having some difficulty with. I want to help you on both ends. So here's your takeaway. It's very simple. Stop starting over. You have to build on what's working, even when progress feels slow, because slow progress that is consistent will always beat fast-paced progress that rarely ever shows up or is sustainable. You don't need motivation. You really just need momentum. And the only way to get that momentum is to keep showing up. If this hit home, make sure to smash that like button so YouTube can keep pushing this video out to people that are stuck on the yo-yo dieting cycle. And make sure to subscribe to my channel for more real world and common sense based health and fitness advice that will help you get healthy and ultimately stay healthy. And if you want even more help and accountability and structure, join my Inner Circle community, because this is where I do all my coaching for those that are ready to make the changes and start believing and trusting in themselves so they get healthy and stay healthy. Lastly, comment your biggest struggle down below, because that will be my next video. You gotta remember, it's not about how fast you lose it. It's really about how long you can keep those results going. I'll see you on the next video. Peace!